So hi and welcome to the new video. At this time there's about 29 to 30 days into the league and I decided to voice my opinion. What do I like about the league, what things do I don't like, and so on, how the league is going on. And by the way, I already quitted the league because I already had fun with it and I wanted to move on to the different games if you're interested in that. So this is more of like a TLDR for the people who just want to get don't want to watch the full video and you just want to get like a quick answer. So I would say like this: I do really enjoy the aspect of the town. Not all of it, some of it I like it, some of it I dislike, and obviously the automated trade is like 10 out of 10, the best thing that happened in this patch, this content, whatever you want to call it, the best freaking thing that could happen to PoE. I just love it and I hope GG is gonna keep it. They're gonna extend it, improve it, and we all can use the trade, because all of us actually, by the time you play PoE, should know that trading in PoE is just pain. It's just pure pain. That's what it is. But interacting with the automated trade, it just feels very, very good, and that's what I like about the league. So let's start with the things that I really like about the league. It's this block. This, if you're living under the rock and you never use Faustus, this is pretty much an automated trade system for currency and anything that's stackable, such as like catalysts, scarabs, and so on. Pretty much this is absolutely beautiful. This feature is 10 out of 10, and hopefully GG just gonna move this to the next league and they're gonna keep this, because this makes the playing the game and selling your items, selling the currency and life force from harvest and other things, just makes it very enjoyable, because you have the item, you sell it, you get the currency, and you can go be a little bit miserable on the normal trade because you need to buy yourself items. So this feature for me is just great. I love it no matter what. So now let's talk about town, the whole thing, structure all around the town. For me, the whole town feels like a mobile idle game. That's how it feels. It pretty much, you gather some resources, you send them some resources, you get some loot, it feels like a mobile idle game. It's not done in a bad way, or it's not even done in a good way. It's just this league is made in a fairly decent way, I would say. Obviously they have to improve some things to make this a little bit less clunky. But I know there's a very positive opinion in the community about this league. They want to implement this. The community wants to implement this into the core gameplay, and I do agree. This is a fun thing. But I'm actually against the town being implemented in this way that currently we have, because otherwise this is gonna feel like a freaking grind. Just you have to redo the campaign 5-6 times. This is how it feels, because every single time you would have to regrind the gold, regrind the materials, send the ships, and this wouldn't feel too good. They have to streamline the process, make it a bit more easier, or they would have to do something once you unlock the town one time, the town just passes from league to league. So that wouldn't be too bad, because you would invest about, I would say, 65 hours, maybe less, just to upgrading your town, and that would be like a checkbox. I'm done, and I'm fine with it. So I would, that really depends how GG is gonna approach this content. More or less, the content is fine for me, but it's not implemented. I would say, depending how it's gonna be implemented in the game. But obviously that's gonna time will tell, as most likely this league will be extended by at least a month or more. There's another thing that I like about the town is rock. If you're not aware of it, there on PODB there's a list of unique items that give high amount of dust. I will leave the link below if you're not aware of that. But the product of that is, for example, the cloth like Bloodseeker. The league before, they were very cheap you know, unique item. Generally, I think there are like T1 or T2 unique. They are very, you know, hard to get. But in the previous Necropolis League, they were very cheap because not many people use Bloodseekers, as they are, you know, very average claw. But if you go on the trade site right now, they are quite expensive, or I would say very expensive, due they give a lot of dust. And that's not only the one unique, there's like a bunch of them that are considered, let's just say, a bit crappy, but since they give a lot of dust, they have good value. And because of that, while you're gonna be mapping, you're gonna see some kind of cheap unique, and you think, oh my god, some kind of vendor, you know, unique. But then you look on the price, and you're like, whoa, why you know, this unique costs so much? The reason is most likely it gives a lot of dust. So that's why I actually do like Rogue, but obviously there's a downside to this as well, such as, you know, if you would like to actually use in your build the Bloodseekers, because it was, you know, in the past a cheap claw, you're kind of unlucky because of that, because, you know, unfortunately it gives a lot of dust, so you're gonna have to pay an expensive price. So there's like ups and downs to the disenchanting in the Rogue. Me personally, I find this very, like, you know, on the positive side. So mappers. For me, mappers are the second best thing that happened in this league right after the fully automated trade, right? This is one of the best features that I would say, because if I have a lot of unwanted maps, I can just put them in the device and just queue them up and, you know, just have extra loot from the mappers. And you can see my team over here just waiting for some maps. So I do really enjoy this this feature. Farming goes hand to hand with shipping, because you farm your, you know, your corn, your wheat and pumpkins and so on, and then you send them and you get some currency depending, you know, how much do you send of the you know, the food. Then, you know, there's like a multipliers, there's whole things about it. This is a feature that I would say, I know it's okay, it's fine, it's there. You can plan around it, and you can get some, you know, I did see some good screenshot on Reddit that when people get couple mirror shards, even one of my guildmate got 6 mirror shards and, you know, bunch of divines and other minor currency. But for me, this is not like a feature of the league that I'm like, whoa, really surprised. It's fine, it's there, but, you know, this is not my cup of tea. Another one is mining and smeltering. Both of those features go hand to hand, because, you know, you mine some ore, you get ore, you can send it, and you can get some loot, uniques, and, you know, so on. Again, this is not the feature that's, you know, screaming to me, that's like, you know, something that I'm really hooked up in this league. One big negative of this league for me, and that's actually what made me quit the league, just, you know, because playing the game after this amount of time just felt like a chore instead of having like fun with the league, was the amount of gold that I needed just to sustain the town. I'm not even talking about that I want to use trades primarily and just, you know, keep like one map device and just the farmers and just send one ship every maybe 2 days, you know, and so on. It was just a grind, because, you know, you have to log on, okay, the town has no gold, grind couple maps, put the gold on, then you have a bunch of items that I would like to sell. Even if I had a bunch of items, sometimes I did sell them in the traditional way by putting them into like a normal premium tab, because the gold requirement was just too high. And that's like one of the things that I'm really, like, you know, not happy about the league. How much gold do I need just to, you know, play the league mechanic, right? That's something very unfun, because if you play the league like a bit more than, you know, couple days, you will notice that while you're mapping, you're not gaining anything. Like, you know, there's no extra currency, there's no extra items, nothing like that. You have to farm a lot of gold just to have food, or, you know, the ore, just to send it somewhere, and then you might get a little bit of the, you know, some loot. So that's something that I really dislike, you know, with the gold. But obviously GG can tweak around those gold values and so on. Maybe next league when we're gonna be playing, the only requirement for gold is gonna be the automated trade, so that's gonna feel a little bit better. So you know, depends how GG gonna approach the whole situation with the automated trade and with the, you know, with the mapping and so on, and how much we're gonna get the gold. And lastly but not least, there's two benches, like crafting sim things that you can play around. I know the community found a couple ways, like, you know, one of them was like you can enchant your weapons with the summon spectral wolf, and that gives you some kind of cheesy way of leveling. I personally didn't do it, but people who did it, and they found this like very helpful. And there's like a bunch of other enchantments that you can do on your weapon, and you know, and have fun with it. Personally, I could not use them. I was playing energy blade, so even if I enchanted my weapon, and as soon as I used the energy blade, the enchantment was gone. So unfortunately for this league, for the build that I was playing, I couldn't take advantage of this. Yeah, the recombinators. I did play around with them just a little bit, not too much. Again, this is like a crafting thing for the crafters. I personally don't find myself a crafter, so I cannot say if this is like good, but someone who is like a crafter probably would give you a better explanations about this feature. But at this point, if you get this far in this video, thank you for watching. I will see you later.